Yes, that's how you're doing. Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. As you can see, we were outside of the King Power Stadium, and today we were here to preview Leicester's first game of the Europa League this season, as tomorrow night here at the King Power Stadium we will take on Ukraine side Zorya Luhansk in the first game of the Europa League. So then the Europa League is here for the Foxes for the brand new season. The Europa League campaign starts tomorrow night here at the King Power Stadium as we will take on Ukraine side Zorya Luhansk in our first game of the group. So in today's video I'll be bringing you guys the match preview, talking about the Zorya Luhansk side of things, my general thoughts on the game, my predicted lineup, and also my score prediction for Leicester's first game of the Europa League this season. But just before we do get into it, make sure you do a big thumbs up down below on today's video if you guys do go into enjoy today's video. We're here back outside the King Power Stadium for the first time in around 6 months. Yeah, drop a like on today's video. Also subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here. We are on the road to 1,500 subscribers. A big thank you for 1,400. We are aiming to hit 1,500 by around Christmas time. So yeah, if you guys could subscribe to the channel, it would be massively appreciated. Also turn on my channel post notifications so you know there's any future videos on the channel just like this one. Follow me on my social medias, they'll be down there. Links to them will be in the description down below. Let me know your thoughts on the game, your score predictions in the comment section down below. But without further ado, let's get into the Leicester City versus Zorya Luhansk match preview. So then, as always, we're going to start off by talking about the opposition side of things. Of course, we take on Zorya Luhansk in our first game tomorrow in the Europa League here at the King Power Stadium. So yeah, Zorya Luhansk play in the Ukraine League. They finished third last season, which of course got them into the Europa League. They've started the season off fairly poorly. They currently sit in 9th place in the league. So realistically, it should be a very winnable game for the Foxes. And overall, on paper, it is the easiest game in our group. Of course, the away side have started the season off quite poorly, with only 6 points from 6 games. However, in the last couple of games, they have been unbeaten. They got a 5-0 win last time out in their recent game. So it's going to be a difficult game, like every game is in the Europa League. But overall, on paper, like I said, this should be the easiest game for the Foxes, especially at home. And hopefully, the Foxes can start off the Europa League campaign with all 3 points in the group. It should be a very physical game. The away side are a very physical side, especially in the Ukraine League. It's going to be very difficult to break them down, but if Leicester can play the passing football, break between the lines, we should have enough quality, and I'm expecting them to cause quite a lot of threat from set pieces, corners, a similar team to the likes of Burnley in the league. So it's going to be a difficult game, but if Leicester can play the passing football and break them apart, we should be able to get all 3 points in the game. To be honest with you guys, I don't really know anything about the players or the team too much in general, so yeah, but basically it's going to be a physical game, but hopefully Leicester can get the 3 points tomorrow night here at the King Power Stadium. So then that is it for the away side of things. Let's get straight on to the Leicester side of things. Yeah, my thoughts on the game, it's going to be a tough one for the Foxes, but like I've been saying, it's definitely a winnable one for the Foxes. Of course, most recently in the Premier League, we haven't been performing too well. Of course, last time out here at the King Power Stadium, we lost 1-0 to Aston Villa with that late strike from Ross Barkley. Of course, before that, we also lost 3-0 to West Ham here as well at the King Power Stadium. But hopefully, with an easy game in the Europa League, hopefully the Foxes can get back to winning ways. Of course, it's definitely a competition which Leicester can go on and win in this competition, to be perfectly honest. We have enough quality to break through. Of course, we have a lot of injuries, but overall we should be really pushing for this competition. In my opinion, we should quite comfortably get through the group, and hopefully we can push on towards the final, the semi-final, something like that, and hopefully we can have a successful campaign in the Europa League. But onto the game itself, it should be a winnable game for the Foxes. A lot of people are comparing Zorya Luhansk, the away side, to being at championship level, so realistically Leicester should be going out and quite easily getting all 3 points, which will start off our Europa League campaign in the perfect way, which of course will send us top of the group as well. But yeah, like I said, it's going to be a tough game for the Foxes. They're a very physical side, but like I said, if we can play our passing football, we should be able to break down the side fairly easily. Overall, it's been a good start to the season for the Foxes. Of course, we still sit in the top 4 of the Premier League despite the 2 disappointing results last time out. So yeah, overall we should be able to get the win and be a great way to bounce back after 2 disappointing results. Of course, we're beating teams like Manchester City. Of course, we absolutely battered Burnley here. So overall, it should be an easy game, to be perfectly honest, and hopefully we can get the 3 points and bounce back, and then hopefully push on in the Premier League. So that's it for my general thoughts on the game. So let's move on to my predicted lineup. So this is the side I think Brendan Rodgers will go to start tomorrow night here at the King Power Stadium in our first game of the Europa League against Zorya Luhansk. So yeah, starting off in goal, I'm going to be going with Kasper Schmeichel. I think Kasper will definitely want to play in the Europa League. Of course, he's been at the club for a while, and he definitely deserves the chance to play in Europe once again for the Foxes. He's performed great so far this season, and he performed very well in the Champions League campaign before. So yeah, Kasper Schmeichel has to start in goal for me. Moving into the back 4 then, to start off at right back, I'm going to be going with Timothy Timothy Castagne is a very experienced player at the Europe level. He had a great European campaign with Atalanta in the Champions League last season, so he's very experienced at this level, and I'm hoping that Timothy Castagne can have a good game. Of course, he's made a great start to his Leicester City career, so yeah, Timothy Castagne has to start at right back for me. Moving into the two centre-backs, starting off the right one, I'm going to be going with Wesley Fofana. It was a brilliant debut from Wesley Fofana against Aston Villa. Despite the loss, he had a great performance. He really didn't. He stopped Ollie Watkins from doing anything at all. So yeah, hopefully Wesley Fofana, the youngster, can start and have a good game in the Europa League. Of course, it's going to be good for him to get some experience at Europe at his very young age, and he looks to be a very good talent. Alongside him, I'm going to be going with Johnny Evans. I do think Brendan Rodgers is going to go with a fairly strong side. Of course, he is struggling with a slight injury, but I think Johnny Evans will start tomorrow night here at the King Power Stadium against Zorya Luhansk. And yeah, moving into left back, I'm going to be going with Luke Thomas. I think James Justin will be on a slight rest. Of course, he's still young, and I think Luke Thomas deserves a bit of a chance in the Euro just to see how he gets along. But yeah, it could quite easily be James Justin, could it be Christian Fuchs, but yeah, I'm going to be going with Luke Thomas to start at left back tomorrow night. Moving into midfield then, starts off in the defensive role, I'm going to be going with Untitled Mendy. Of course, he's been playing all of our games in the Premier League so far, and I can see that continuing in the Europa League. Of course, he's fairly experienced as well at the European level for the Foxes. So yeah, I can see Untitled Mendy starting once again in the centre defensive midfield role. He started the season off quite well as well, so yeah, hopefully Papi Mendy can start in the CDM role. Moving ahead, I'm going to be going with James Maddison to start in one of the cam/centre mid positions. Obviously, he hasn't played too much football this season, but I think it's about time for James Maddison to get his start. Hopefully, he can have a good start to his European career. Of course, this will be his first game in the Europa League and European competitions if he does start. So yeah, hopefully James Maddison can start tomorrow night. And alongside James Maddison, I'm going to be going with Youri Tielemans. I think we'll go with a very strong midfield. Hopefully, Youri can have a good game. Of course, he's still quite young, but he is experienced at the European level as well. So yeah, hopefully Tielemans can have a good game. But yeah, my midfield will be Papi Mendy in the holding role, James Maddison and Youri Tielemans. So finally, moving into the front three, to start off with the right wing position, I'm going to be going with Cengiz Under. It was disappointing not to see Cengiz Under start last time out against Aston Villa in the Premier League, so I think Cengiz Under deserves a chance to start, and I think he will tomorrow night. He's got quite a lot of European experience with the likes of Roma, so yeah, hopefully Under can start and have a good performance. On the left hand side, I'm going to be going with Harvey Barnes. It's a disappointing performance from Harvey against Aston Villa, really didn't get to do too much, so yeah, hopefully Harvey can have a good game. I think we're going to need a lot of attacking threat. If they're going to sit back, be quite physical, we need players like Under, Barnes to make things happen. I think they can. And finally up front, I'm going to be going with Kelechi Iheanacho. Of course, no Jamie Vardy, still injured. Hopefully he'll be back for the Arsenal game on Sunday. But yeah, I think Kelechi Iheanacho will be the one to start and potentially bring on the likes of Islam Slimani. But yeah, hopefully players like Iheanacho can break through the solid defensive line, and he's going to be very important in the game. But yeah, my front three will be Cengiz Under on the right hand side, Harvey Barnes on the left, and up front will be Kelechi Iheanacho. So that's it for my predicted lineup, my thoughts on the game and the away side of things. Yeah, let's get straight on to my score prediction for tomorrow's game. Like I said, this should be a winnable game for the Foxes, so I'm going to go with a Leicester 3, Zorya Luhansk 0. I think we can easily get the 3 points in the game, which should be the perfect start to our Europa League campaign. I'm going to go with Kelechi Iheanacho to get 1, Cengiz Under to get 1, and I'm going to go with James Maddison to get goal from midfield. But yeah, my score prediction is a 3-0 win to Leicester. Let us know your score predictions in the comment section down below. So boys and girls, that is it for today's video. In today's video, I bring you the Leicester City versus Zorya Luhansk match preview, our first game in the Europa League. If you guys have enjoyed today's video, let me know by dropping a like, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, hopefully the Foxes can start off the Europa League campaign with all 3 points tomorrow night here at the King Power Stadium. I'm Sportsa, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video.